Hello there, Vi. Thanks for the tip. But we spent every single penny we had last time. Sometimes, after touching one of these stones, as we talked about last time we ventured together, it seems like weeks pass. Other times, however, hours pass. And sometimes no time passes at all, or elapses between when I touch a stone and the period of time which occurs afterwards. It has been several hours, it feels like, since the last time I interacted with this particular stone. When we had left off, I believe we had eliminated the werewolf. You had helped me investigate its remains, and you let me know that there is indeed a witch here, judging from the power still emanating from the werewolf before all of it left its body. If there is a witch, we must draw it out by weakening its power first, as it will not let itself be seen quite yet. We will have to hunt and kill its ritual tree, which we'll talk more about when we go back into the woods. Before we do so, however, I think we will investigate more of the town, just a little bit longer. It's not a good idea to steal from the dead. But I sometimes don't have good ideas as to how to make up for the lack of funds we currently have. We purchased a hunting license. This will enable us to get funds for the creatures we kill out in the woods from now on. As long as we don't miss every other shot against what we are hunting, we should turn a profit now. But we are not here to get rich. We are here to eliminate the evil plaguing this town, and then move on to the next town that needs us. As long as we are revisiting places we've been before, why not take a look at the witch's hut again? This must have been where she stayed before she moved out into the woods. A cauldron, a spider, a bat is missing, or I would suspect Baba Yaga. We have not found the code to this chest yet either, Vi. We will see if we can find it out in those woods. Let's check the outhouse, and then we shall go. If there is a witch in these woods, I should be able to find the sacrificial tree. That tree is active when it rains, so it becomes possible to find it using your ability, Vi. Destroying that tree should make the witch vulnerable and less powerful. She will also be attempting to save her tree. She will not just let us plink away at it should we find it, no. And with the defeat of her werewolf, she will now realize that there is a threat in these woods to her and her power. She is likely to stop us. I have... Ha. Not a good start to our adventure, but we'll take the mana. We're right here, Vi. Let's double back and get healed. That was a nasty ambush. You might be thinking that silver bullets will not be so effective against a tree. You'd be right. It will take many rounds to down a tree, but we still can do it. I've defeated these trees twice before. It will take about 40 rounds to finally down it. Assuming, of course, that we hit every single shot that we fire. The tree is quite sizable, however. The last time we encountered it, you described it as something called an ent, and from your description of such a creature, I believe it would be accurate to use that cognomen to describe this tree. It will blend in with the surroundings, but it will be noticeable as long as we look for something that looks vaguely humanoid in appearance. What I'm going to do first, Vi, is I'm going to be placing our silver crucifixes about the woods. With 5 of them with us, I want to begin scattering them throughout the different areas. If the tree decides to run, which it may decide to do, it might run into one of these, and these do significantly more damage to it than our bullets will. We should try to lure the tree into these crucifixes. If nothing else, if we do destroy the tree, these will be helpful in dealing with the witch later. We will scatter these crucifixes throughout the woods here. With the hunting license, we will be able to afford more of them without too much difficulty. And Vi, we must keep our eye open for that flying creature, if it is willing to take to the skies despite the rain. I have been talking about Galvin during our last foray out in the woods. He too fought a witch. He encountered Baba Yaga, whose name I mentioned just a little earlier. She is well known in Russian folklore. Did you hear that? That is the witch's spirit. She will not allow us to harm her tree. Her spirit will hunt us down, and we cannot see it, only hear it. It is quite persistent. If it touches us, that will be the end of us. We must avoid that sound. You can vaguely see it as a sort of shimmering distortion in the air. It is by far the most dangerous thing out here in the woods now. I believe it will track us, similar to how we are looking for this ent creature. Baba Yaga is a well-known witch, supposedly, but I had never heard of her before Galvin relayed the stories to me. I haven't been in Russia very often. Not at all, in fact. That's not at all that I can remember. In any case, she is quite well known and has this chicken-legged hut with her. She is fond of eating children, or others who wander near her shack, her intelligent witch hut, as it were. And she is a well-known, powerful sorceress. She can fly in her cauldron. It's actually, I believe, a pedestal and mortar instead, using the pedestal as a type of ore, if I recall correctly. She is not, however, altogether evil. Supposedly, Galvin was able to strike a bargain with her. That is very odd. The witches I have fought are all incredibly hostile. I can see, as you can as well, the Whisperer. But you sense the Ent, do you, Vi? The Ent will not want itself to be located, obviously, but unlike the werewolf, it has a different means of hiding itself. It will stand still. The last of these sacrificial trees I killed defended itself when I attacked it. I have a hunch this one will do the same. It will throw poison or acid at us. We will want to fight it near some water. We will have to clean ourselves quickly should it actually strike us with that substance. It will be very hard to miss this tree when we see it. Rather not use mana to locate it quite yet. But I think we will have to do so. Oh, we should place another sacrificial tree. No, a crucifix. Let's place one on the ridge here. That rock looks like a good place for a crucifix. Let's place another crucifix up on this ledge. Or actually, here might be a good spot for one. And let's check the ledge to see if we might notice anything from the higher vantage point. We will go ahead and use your eyes, Vi, to see what we can see up here. Assuming that we don't notice the tree up here. And I do not see it. It is standing on a ledge. It is not moving. Or near near a ledge. I don't like this. We are doubling back towards where the witch's spirit was. And I do not like all the whisperers we are hearing around here either. If we are forced to run, we will very likely run right into one of them. What are some other tales that I can share? Oh! There is... Wait, Vi. I see it. It is directly ahead of us. Directly ahead of us. That is it. Massive. One of its arms in the air, the other outstretched, 2 legs protruding from it. We are near some water. This is a good spot to perhaps try to fight it in. No, it is no longer a good spot to fight it in. I will take the shot anyway. Unfortunately, with the witch's spirit so close, we cannot truly stay here and kill the Ent. I do not like the sound of dogs around this either. The Ent will give chase to us. To this day, I have not really learned how to use the musket very effectively. It's a panic weapon of mine. We have more than just the Ent approaching us. There is a skitterer on the ground. And a zombie approaches. cannot stay. We must run. The witch's spirit is too close to us. Hitting it in the head does indeed do more damage than hitting it in its arms or any other place of this massive creature. And thankfully, trees are not known for their intelligence. We could not have hoped for a better shot than that, Vi. That was perfect, you have to admit. We dropped that flying gargoyle directly at our feet. We will have to come back for the Ent. I'm worried that we will be running into other enemies soon. It still lumbers after us, though, Vi. We can still plink away at it a little more. Assuming I don't miss the massive creature like I just did. That will have to do. Come, let's get ourselves back to town. We can resupply there. We didn't kill very many creatures, but we killed enough that we should be able to get ourselves back up to 40 silver bullets. Then, the hunt can begin again. We will try to visit that cannon and destroy the entrance to that cave we saw. I have a hunch there'll be something useful within it. My apologies for not regaling you with stories as well of my history or exploits. This has been a rather eventful episode, as you like to call it, Vi. Shame. We must go, however. The wards around the town will protect us from it here, and we will instead use that strange fast traveling to go back to the shack by the lake. We earned very few coins there, Vi. Very few. But let us see if the tokens we retrieved from the creatures that we killed will count. The mayor will believe us with the amount of things we have killed, and it would behoove us not to lie. We don't do that anyway.
Excellent job.
We should definitely resupply our bullets. That should be good. Let us also ensure that if something goes horribly wrong to us, that we will actually still survive this encounter without requiring those stones. And now, we will head back out. Let us head to the shack. I think that tree would be waiting outside for us, and it is very strong. We do not want to be torn limb from limb if it reaches us. Since we are here, let us go ahead and see if that sacrificial tree is still near the town entrance. It was. It is moving north, I believe. Oh, we can actually sense it here. Perhaps it is much closer than I thought to us, Vi. I thought it was near the town. I am wrong. No. I do not sense it. Very well. Since we are near the shack, let us make our way towards the cannon, which is more to the east and slightly south of us. And I will regale you with stories about my encounters with the Eldritch and Arcane in more recent times, as I'm having trouble recollecting any other encounters from when I was very young. Amnesia is something that I suppose most of us have encountered in some form or another throughout our lives. A story was told to me of a friend who had such afflicted upon him. Self-inflicted, supposedly. This gentleman had found a mysterious orb. He had been an explorer, or an adventurer of sorts, and had found this strange item within a tomb in the sands of the desert, located far away from us. This orb drew the attention of its guardian, which was tracking him, similar to how we are tracking a tree, I suppose, or the werewolf earlier. It seems like our prey will be located near the cave. In any case, I believe this friend of a friend was named Daniel. He discovered that it was tracking him after it had already killed everyone he had met in an attempt to figure out what this strange orb was. Things of another world will not behave the same way on ours. This orb changed its form and color. It was indescribable, and it was in several pieces, which he was unable to put together very easily, as these pieces shifted their shapes on him. What powers the orb has, Daniel was not able to discern. We will kill this creature, these zombies out here, really quick, and place a crucifix up here as well. Notice that the sound carries quite some distance. Anyway, he eventually received a message from a lord of a barony who had understood what this orb was, as he himself was not a resident of our world by choice. He used Daniel in order to acquire this orb. He felt bad about doing so, but it was his only way to return to his own home. It did not matter to Daniel. You see, to power this required suffering. This lord... There, Vi. Thank you for telling me we were so close to it. I would have walked right past it without knowing. There. That is our mark. I do not like this area. I prefer not to fight it here. We were able to avoid all of its attacks last time. It might be more difficult to do so this time. Still, we're going to get nowhere if we don't begin to kill it. There's its legs. Up the hillside, Vi. Oh, not up the hillside. Ugh. There was the lake. Here. This will be a very good place to put down this creature. We have water right next to us, and plenty of room to maneuver. Yes, you can hear that the witch is still coming. She will not let her tree be so easily destroyed. I do not think her form, however, can float over water, running or otherwise. have to leave the lake behind, Vi. 2 more shots is all it will take. Maybe we can do it. The rains have stopped, and the witch will not be happy that we have killed her sacrificial tree. Her powers will begin to wane now, and she will now be visible and vulnerable to us. She will have to confront us with more than just her spirit now. Do not recognize where that is, but we are near the cave. We will go there, or make an attempt. Or maybe instead we should go back and touch one of those save stones first. And I can keep talking about Daniel for a little bit. The orb required, or perhaps it was just a side effect of this Lord Baron needing to get back to his own dimension, his own world. But he had Daniel torture people in some of the most gruesome ways imaginable. Daniel was lied to and told that these people were thieves, murderers, rapists. Perhaps some were. I do not know if... I do not really want to encounter the witch at this moment. The witch will be making the same cries that we heard her making before, so we will be able to tell when she is close to us without fail. I feel like she is down here in these woods. She's behind us. We run. We must run. Come, Vi. With her tree destroyed, I would like to go back to the town and inform the mayor, and then we can perhaps wrap up this episode there. I will do my best to talk more about the story of amnesia the next time that we are together. Come. Let us reclaim some of our placed crucifixes as well. It does nothing, to my knowledge, to do so, but I do not want them littering this area. Oh, actually, I had thought we had placed some here. but I do not see them here now. I think the witch tracks us as well, Vi. Or I am mistaken, and she is doing no such thing. I believe she is out to our east at this moment. Alright then. Let us fast travel back, and we will begin hunting her in the next episode. I suppose we will also see if anything else has changed around town. He's definitely not sleeping. This was the gentleman in the church earlier. Let us tell the mayor that the witch is now vulnerable. It should be a small matter now to defeat her, although it will be still quite a struggle.
Legends will be made about your fight with that horrible creature. We are very grateful for everything you've done.
I should point out that we were not rewarded for destroying the tree. That has done nothing to save the town. The witch must be destroyed in order for us to receive a reward there. No, Vi. That reward was for what we destroyed while we were out in those woods with our hunter's license. As we're here, we will continue to investigate this town. This house, at the very least. It seems like it is possessed. Remember the small doll that we freed from this chest earlier. Still nothing. I am curious as to what is in this room. What that chest contains in particular. Something no good would be my guess. I do not touch the healing herbs in this town, Vi. The reason for this is that if something should befall our doctor, I have a hunch we will be glad to not have consumed them just to save ourselves a tiny bit of time. I do not remember this carriage here before. I'm sure the mayor's friend will not mind if we take the coins there. I can think of many times where I have been told stories about other adventurers in towns who run throughout the entirety of it, taking everything from every home they find, and the people seem to pay no mind to this. I'm remembering in particular the story of a Corvo who would rob from the very safe house that had put him up, ensuring that he was not hunted by the Emperor's followers and guards. Well, Vi, it would seem that is all there is in this town at this moment. Let us check if the barn is open again. It is. Nothing else looks like it is here, however, and I see no other keys. Then, let us do some shopping, Vi, and we will call it an episode, and the witch will die tomorrow. I think we will take some light boots. We will most likely have to do quite a bit of running to avoid the witch. She is very dangerous. We cannot let her touch us. And we have plenty of bullets for the job. A shame we can't afford more crucifixes, but we can probably kill quite a few creatures out there, and hopefully make our way to that cave. In any case, we will stop here. And I will see you soon, Vi.